This week is starting off with some interesting reports in the world of pro wrestling. This is WrestleRound, keeping you up to date and bringing you today's top 5 wrestling news and rumors. Make sure to have those notifications turned on to always be up to date, and let's get right into it. To start off the week, we're getting reports indicating that Tommaso Ciampa is officially part of WWE's main roster, as he will be part of the Monday Night Raw brand. This is his official call-up, whereas before, we were seeing him compete on Raw and also NXT. His NXT run is officially over. PW Insider is reporting that Tommaso Ciampa is in Detroit for this week's Monday Night Raw. The main rumor going around right now is that he could be joining Edge's new stable. Damian Priest joined the group last weekend after helping Edge defeat AJ Styles at WrestleMania. And then there is of course one female rumor name to be joining the stable, and that is Rhea Ripley. Tonight on Monday Night Raw, we're getting AJ Styles battling against Damian Priest, trying to get some revenge for what happened at WrestleMania. So the question is, will AJ Styles be able to get it done, or will WWE decide to introduce Tommaso Ciampa or Rhea Ripley or anybody else as part of Edge's stable? As for what else is going down on the show, we know that Roman Reigns ended up sending the Usos to Monday Night Raw, as he wanted them to go for the Raw Tag Team titles. We're also getting Cody Rhodes versus The Miz, Cody Rhodes' first match on Raw after 6 years. WWE also ended up announcing that Veer would take on Rey Mysterio, but for some reason that matchup is not being advertised on the website anymore. So maybe they changed plan, or it might still end up happening. Here's something I never expected to hear. So apparently WWE Hall of Famer The Undertaker is gonna be starting a podcast similar to Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast, but this is gonna be the dead man's own thing. WrestleVote is reporting that WWE and Peacock have convinced The Undertaker to get into the podcasting world, and it looks like he agreed to do it, with that first episode coming out in a few months. There have been a lot of questions in regards to Shotsy Blackheart and where exactly she is right now, as she hasn't been used on SmackDown. Her last television appearance match was on February 25th edition of SmackDown, where she lost to Sasha Banks. Since that time, she has been used on house shows and in dark matches. Ringside News reports that Shotsy Blackheart has been on SmackDown every single week, and the reason why she wasn't used was because creative didn't have anything for her for WrestleMania, so they decided to keep her off television. It was emphasized that there is nothing wrong with her. She does not have any backstage heat. People actually in the backstage really likes her. She's just lost on the shuffle right now, as creative don't have anything for her, and she's just waiting for a new storyline. As for what that new storyline is going to be, well, it looks like that's gonna be against Lacey Evans, because according to reports, Lacey Evans' first feud upon her return will be Shotzi. Lacey Evans is said to be the babyface in this feud, while Shotsy Blackheart remains as a heel. A lot of us been waiting to see what Braun Strowman is gonna be doing next, and it certainly looks like that's not gonna be AEW, at least not anytime soon, and at least based on his latest tweets. It looks like Braun Strowman doesn't really like AEW and doesn't really like Tony Khan at all. In one of the tweets, he indicated that AEW Dynamite will be a worse punishment than watching 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. Now personally, I don't think that's the case. Monday Night Raw has been doing okay over the last couple of weeks, but I do like me a good 2-hour AEW Dynamite, so I'm not too sure what Monday Night Raw Braun Strowman been watching. In another comment, Braun Strowman showed his frustration about Tony Khan not letting a lot of his AEW superstars be part of the Control Your Narrative shows, even though AEW superstars are supposed to be free to do what they want. In reference to Tony Khan, Braun Strowman indicated the following: "This is the same guy that pays the dirt sheets and say that his wrestlers are free to do whatever they want, but blackball them from Control Your Narrative shows. Why? Is it because we are a threat?" And not really a surprise, but he also ended up mocking Tony Khan's AEW bot tweet that of course everyone ended up mocking and having some fun, even Becky Lynch, which we discussed in our previous WrestleRound video. And last but not least, is we are talking about your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, because it looks like WWE is not necessarily too sure what to do with Roman Reigns carrying 2 titles right now. According to Andrew Sharian on the Batman Wrestling podcast, he indicated that the company still hasn't decided what to do with Roman Reigns holding both titles, and they're not sure what his schedule is going to be. They are not sure if he is going to be on Monday Night Raw and on SmackDown every single week as he is holding both of those titles, or if he's going to be defending each title individually and basically doing double duty at the upcoming pay-per-views. They already teased Shinsuke versus Roman. Something I can see them working towards is a Randy Orton versus Roman on Monday Night Raw. But again, it looks like WWE hasn't even figured that one out yet. So let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. That is today's top 5 wrestling news and rumors. So make sure to have those notifications turned on to always be up to date. Stay savage, and I'll catch you on the next one.